Welcome back to the 2014 Road Tax Max Challenge Grand Finals. My name's Tony Laporta, and along with Sydney Edwards, we're going to be talking to a couple of drivers from both Team Canada and Team USA today about how the first and second rounds of heat races went. Right now, I'm lucky to be joined by DD2 Masters driver Paul Carvalho from Team Canada. Paul, I understand this is your first Grand Finals. Why don't you talk to me about what it's been like so far through the first day of heat races?
Well, it's been pretty hectic. The competition here is pretty good. It's very nuts. It gets pretty rough out there. I just want to finish the heat races and hopefully get a good spot for the final. If I can make the final, it's been pretty hectic. That's for sure.
All right, well, you've got a lot of talent here with Team Canada. The DD2 Masters field, the group you're in, is full of a lot of good drivers. We wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll be talking to you a little bit later in the weekend.
Great, thank you very much.
We're joined here by Oliver Askew, a senior max driver for Team USA. Oliver, you had a rough run there in the first heat. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I'm starting on the 6th row, so I started 12th on the outside for that heat. And I made a good start, was up to 7th. And, in the beginning I made some contact in turn 2, so I got a penalty after, so they put me to the rear of the field. And in the second heat today, I started on the inside on the 6th row and was up to 4th on the first lap, I think, because there was a big crash in front of me in turn 1, and I had a really good pace and was able to take the win.
It was awesome to watch you out there. It looks like tomorrow's going to rain, and into Saturday it might rain too. Do you think you guys are ready for that?
Yeah, for sure. There's not really much you can do to the chassis. I think it's more the driver in the rain, and hopefully I'll be okay.
I think your experience will definitely help you run out front. We appreciate you taking the time, and I'm sure we'll talk to you later on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm joined by Michael Lavia out of the Houston, Texas area. Michael's racing a DD2 this weekend for Team USA. Michael, you started the 2 heat races today in the 19th position, and you drove to some good results. Why don't you tell us about how your first heat race went today?
First heat race was all right. Struggled a bit on the start, held my ground, ended up 20th. And then other than that, we had a little bit of a chassis issue, so we weren't able to be at pace. But other than that, we held our ground, and it was first good heat race in the World Finals event. So.
Okay, and so the first one went, and then the second one, skies got darker and darker as the day went on. It really cooled off a lot, and you drove to your best result so far today, a 8th place finish, if I'm correct. Yeah. So talk to me about that race, and talk to me about how the track changed as it cooled off and the clouds cover came over.
Park for May today was probably the longest we've been in it, and got a good start and then battled a bit for 8th and 7th and ended up 8th. But the cloud cover actually cooled it down, gave it a little bit more grip, and did make things a little bit more challenging to see where everything was at. But other than that, it was spot on.
Well, you had a great run today in both your heat races. It's probably looking like a little bit of rain in the forecast tomorrow. Are you guys prepared for that?
Yeah, we think we are. We've tested in the rain on purpose throughout the year, and we've done everything we can up to this point to prepare for it, and then tomorrow we just got to throw the setup on it, and I got to go out and drive it.
Awesome. Well, great run today, and best of luck. We'll be talking to you later on in the weekend.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm here with Stuart Clark, a DD2 Masters driver from Team Canada. Stuart, we've been through 2 heat races, and it didn't go so well for you. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, it's not been a good day. First heat, the fuel line popped off up on the warm-up lap. I managed to get it going and drove away from the marshals when they were out of the dirt. Kind of delayed the race by a lap, but I ended up finishing the race by actually holding on the fuel line for about 80% of the race and driving with one hand most of the time. But I managed P15. Second race, I was up to P8. The kart was really good. The changes we're making, the kart's getting really fast, so I'm happy about that. Made a little bit of a contact. The driver in front of me dropped the wheel, just touched the front of his bumper, ran down the end of the straightaway, and to find out that my throttle was hooked under the front fairing. So wide open throttle coming to a corner is not a good idea. So I kind of beached it and figured out what it was. Again, got back in, got going, finished wherever I finished. So we're going to have some good speed in the third heat tomorrow, but we'll see how my chances are for Saturday.
Yeah, it sounds like a series of unfortunate events. I understand you have to finish top 2, top 3 to make it out to not have to run the LCQ tomorrow, so you have your work cut out for you. We wish you the best of luck, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I'm joined by Team Canada Junior Max driver Samuel Lupien. Samuel, you had a bit of an up and down day out there in the first and second round of the heat races. So why don't you go ahead and tell me about your day and how it went?
We had a bad qualifying for the first time, and then in heat 1 we did a good start. We're like 15, something like that, and then we got taken out by another driver and went in the grass. We're last and very far from people. Came back 26, and in the second heat we did a great start, passing a little bit in the grass because the road was blocked, and then just continue and finish 14.
Okay, and then the thing we've been talking to a lot of drivers about today was definitely a much cooler day than it has been all week. The weather's changed drastically. It looks to get a little bit darker as the week goes on. How did the chassis and the track change today with the cooler temperatures?
Each time we go on track, the track's different, so you need to adapt to the track. Different, less grippy, more grippy. The corners are different, so we always need to get used to the track.
All right, well, good job today. I know first and second heat races were very different for you, but best of luck tomorrow in the third heat race, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you a little bit later in the weekend. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Well, that wraps up the first official day of racing here at the 2014 Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals. It was a little challenging for some, but others, of course, succeeded.
Absolutely. North American drivers had an up and down day. Oliver Askew scored the win in Senior Max, a big highlight for Team USA. But on both sides of the coin, tough day for some of the other drivers. They'll look to bounce back tomorrow with the third heat race. Top 28 will advance. The rest will have to enter the LCQ to see if they'll make it through to Saturday's pre-final and main event.
That's right, so let's make sure we turn into Canadian Karting News, Kart 360, and the Go Rotax Facebook page. I'm Sydney Edwards.
And I'm Tony Laporta.
And happy Thanksgiving to everybody back home.